buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner like all in. Lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in. Put me with the best, bring the stars in. Undefeated mode, no falling. Doubted when I lost, slide back when I win. Fade and pay the cost, but I rose so thick and thin. Battles and the scars, see them on my skin. They tried to knock me out, but I'ma fight it to the end, and there's no days off. I'm just resting up a little, know it pays off. I'm just stuck up in the middle.
Go, Rich. Yes. Yes. We're ready to get started. You're good. Your number one Sooner fan in South Texas, Chad Foster, here with. That's all he's got. It's yeah, the what is that? The Luke Combs song's only about a year and a half old because it came out with Twister, but it's that's a remix. So uh, the, uh, mm. Yeah, I shaved my head. I don't even have my hat on. I'm in. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, what was I look for, Dylan? Yeah, he does. He does. Mhm. It's an old song. Love an angel in the morning. What's it? What's it? Kiss an angel in the morning and love her like a devil when she gets back home. Yeah, you're good. All right, that was God. What was Merle Haggard? Sure. Yeah, we go over the standings now. We can go over. It it did. Uh, it did. I was I in 1 week. It was bad. It was bad. My se- my it was Sanford and Son. Yeah. Well, I think I was in mourning with my Sooners getting beat, so I was kind of down in the dumps all weekend with my picks. Yeah, that was bad. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, barely hanging on. Yeah. Mm. Everybody's beating everybody. Mm. Yep. It, Illinois, they they're a roller coaster team this year, but hey, they beat USC, but got who was the team that road stomped them? Indiana. Yeah, Indiana killed them, and then they fought with this one. So it's set up pretty good for Ohio State later in the year. They'll have Ohio State, Michigan will be a big one. Yeah, that Ohio State did last year. La Year before. La Yeah, this is Shamore's second year. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Ohio State doesn't have. I mean, they have the roller coaster rebranded team at UCLA. I mean, they got Penn State in 2 weeks, and then they have they have UCLA in Columbus, and then they go to Ann Arbor. So it's setting up for Indiana versus Ohio State for the Big Ten championship. Yeah, it'll be well. Yeah, yeah, we got that in the hot takes later. So no, no, I got uh, that was a close game. That me and Dylan watched the last part of that game. That was a close game, and Missouri gave Alabama everything they could ask for, and then some. Yeah, I- yeah. The other guy was that way. The other guy was that way. He was a Dodger fan, a Cowboy fan, and a Boston Celtics fan. There's it. Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. 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 Mhm. Yep. Yeah, they at Oregon, at Eugene, and they have so Indiana has Michigan State at Indiana, UCLA at Indiana. They go to Maryland, they go to Penn State. They have Wisconsin at home, and they have Purdue at home. So it's setting up. It's with that schedule. What's left? I'm just eh, okay. No, the that leaves with that schedule left. That's going to be Indiana, Ohio State for the Big Ten championship. Those two teams are killing everybody, and that's going to be a heck of a ball game. Yep, yep, yeah. Last year was. Boy, you were close, Dylan. 38-15. That's what it was last time. Oh, I I think it started with a minute left in the second quarter, and BV, whatever clock management he did, instead of kicking the field goal and tried to punch it in, and that clock management they did, they just took the wind out of that team. Because at that point, you go up 9-3, and Texas gets the ball back if you kick the field goal. And the field goal kicker, OU's field goal kicker is a UTSA transfer. The It's not as bad as it nothing because they kicked two field goals and scored once on defense or once on a kickoff return, punt return. So there was a punt return and for six, and then another six was um, the punt return that had two block in the backs. That was very obvious that, but OU got a break from the Auburn game, and the SEC officiating this year has been horrible. Auburn's been the short end of the stick more than anybody has. But yeah, it was. I mean, it still sets up. Now they're both 1-1. Texas is going to have a big showdown. They got Georgia on their schedule, and they also have to go to A&M and play. I, yeah, I think the chances what's going to happen is you're going to end up with Texas A&M and M and Texas playing for the chance to go to the SEC championship. It's going to be one of the two teams. You think Texas will lose a couple more? That's a good possibility. I think we just played like crap. We just played like crap. It's going to matter in 2 weeks. Ask me that question in 2 weeks because we play South Carolina this week, and in 2 weeks we play Ole Miss. What do you think, Dylan? As the doctor didn't clear him until Thursday. Yeah. Nope. Nope. They get 6 points were field goals. 6 points was on a punt return. Right. Yeah. No, OU is. Oh, there was it yeah. Because if you take the if you ta- but look at all right, so go back and look at it. How many yards did they give up? If you want to look at the defense, look at how many yards. The 23 points is nothing. You look at how many yards and still 23 points. Oh, you still one of the top three or four defenses in the country because they're only. I think that puts them at what? Because before that they'd only averaged 6 points a game. Number one defense in the country as of right now, according to NCAA record or deal. Number one defense, Texas Tech. Number two, Texas. No, you said you can't be a top five defense if you gave up that. OU's number four. That's what I'm saying because 5 games before that they were killing everybody, and that's against Auburn and Michigan. So yeah, well the offense. I correct. There you go. If your offense, if the offense doesn't, if the offense doesn't stay on the field and the defense is on the field more than the offense is, then we have your defense is eventually going to give up something because your offense isn't productive. Uh, all right, next. hmm I I like Shamor, but I, I I don't know. I was really shocked that they kept him due to all of that signs signal stealing and all that crap that was going on. I was really shocked that they actually let him stay. So I could see that what you're saying, Dylan, of him being on the hot seat of okay, he's on the hot seat. He's 2 years into it. He ain't doing nothing, and he's still part of that old Spygate crap. Let's clean house. Yep, let's clean house. Yeah, he was out like 3 or 4 games in the middle, and he coached. Yeah, yeah, he was out to 3 or 4 games. Dylan said three. That he was in the middle of the season. That he was out. He and who knows? I mean, I don't have any ill against the guy. He's an Oklahoma guy, so he's got national championship ring as a coach and as a player. That's right. That's right. No. Yeah. I I'm just not sold on Brian Kelly and LSU. I think that was a yeah. Yeah. Well, and you said it too. You said it when we were talking about it. It was the fact that they're going into Death Valley. They were playing at LSU. Yeah. Mhm. They're this year they're good. This year they're good. They just the problem is the quarterback couldn't keep his mouth shut when they went up to the Alabama game, and Alabama had an agenda bulletin board. Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah, went from the penthouse to the outhouse. Uh, I Yeah, I didn't know they were losing a quarterback. It's like I didn't know that Kyler Murray wasn't playing for the Cardinals last week either. Um, yeah, with the quarterback not playing, I did not. That's from me not being educated. So Utah's been up and down, but at home Utah's always good. So yep. uh, like, yeah. Well, their loss was to Tech, wasn't it? Yeah. 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 I got you. Yeah. No. I I I you 1 year. He started in no 1 year. Started in 1999 was his first year coaching. In 2000, he won the national championship. He did not win the next one, but he played in the next four national championships. He played in all four of them. He went to five. He won one and went to. He won the first in 2000. He won it 2001, 2002, 3, 4, and no, not five. 2, 3, and 4. He went to the national championship. Howard Snellenberger. Snellenberger's record before Stoops was 7-6, something like that. Snellenberger won a national championship at Miami, but he only coached at OU 1 year. He only coached at OU 1 year. They fired him after 1 year. Before John Blake. John Blake was there like 6 years. No, he only coached 96 to 98. He was 12 and John Blake's was 12 and 22. Well, I so I understand what Dylan's saying about about the fact that and what he did for Penn State because he did keep them relevant. But I didn't know this. This will slap you in the face. His overall record was 104 and 45 at Penn State. That was his overall. No, 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 no. But his record at that's a winner. I agree. But his record in the Big Ten Conference was 64 and 36. It's a 500 record. No, it was 64%. He was 64%. He was. Hey, again, his. Yeah. It was. It wasn't. It wasn't as much as the basketball as much as Penn State's other big sport is wrestling. Penn State is a huge wrestling team. But all right, so you asked the question. Jim Franklin's record at Penn State against top 25 teams, 15 and 30. Against top 10 teams, 4 and 21. Against top 5 teams, 1 and 15. And he's 4 and 17 against Michigan and Ohio State. Bill O'Brien's record against top 25 teams was 2 and 1. Oh no. I I Here, I'll validate your thoughts. $8 million a year for until 2031. Hey, 50, but I didn't. I sent them. You didn't get the text today, Dylan. I sent Tally and Richard. His contract has a clause in it that says that if he gets hired, he has to do everything he can to get hired by another program. And once he gets hired by the other program and get as much compensation as he can get, then they offset it to where he still makes $8 million a year. So it's by I. Yeah. Yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, the UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham, they fired their coach. Oregon State fired theirs. Oregon State, I've seen some tweets that Oregon State may be looking at Mike Gundy. Um, and then there is discussion that's going on right now that Auburn may be getting rid of Hugh Freeze. I I tell you what. With what Tally's talking about with Franklin, I seen a tweet that got my attention was the fact that Dan Mullen is still coaching at Florida, and not Dan Mullen. Who's the Florida coach? Napier. Napier's at Florida, and he's done worse at Florida than Franklin has done at Penn State. I just made it bigger. I'm with Rich. I'm sticking by the U. It's at Miami. That ain't a tough game. Yeah, it's in Miami. I'm picking Vandy. They're not ranked. Oh, I missed them. It must not have carried over. Are they? They're 10. All right, I'll put it on here. Sorry. And it's at Vandy, Nashville. What you got, Rich? Hang on, I'm looking. ESPN's got Vandy by 2.5. The ESPN says 2.5 or 48.5 was over and under. So Rich is going LSU. You staying with Vandy, Tally? Hey, hey, Tally. Hey, there's no safe places on Gridiron Roundtable. What are you looking on, Dylan? The spread. so, so you still staying with Vandy? You staying with Vandy? Flip a coin, T. Flip a coin. Yeah. Yeah. And they're home, so it's a pick. It's a pick 'em. Because you get 2.5 to 3 points because it's a home team. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Dylan, you sticking with our Sooners? Rich? Rich, what you got? You got OU? Yeah, it's at South Carolina. If it was in Norman, I'd feel more comfortable with it. Yeah. Yeah. You can play it though. It's a fun game to play. All right. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, they're not getting beat again until that Big Ten game. Dylan, you got Hoosiers? Yeah, this next one's a big one. Is this where game day is, Dylan? What's the spread on that one, T? Jo- Dang. They know something we don't know. What do you think, Bob? See, I'm going Ole Miss. Yeah, I want because if OU beats South Carolina, which they should, and Ole Miss beats Georgia, then that sets up for the next week. Ole Miss comes undefeated into Norman. 10. Should. No, yeah. Dylan, you got Tech. Yep. I'm going with Bama. What's the spread on that one? Alabama 8.5. The Alabama quarterback is playing like a Heisman right now. I'm picking Alabama. Huh? Yeah. That game is a 6:30 game. Yeah. It's in Tuscaloosa. He's waiting for Tally to pick. Yeah. Uh, he's picking Alabama. Wearing Tennessee orange. What you got, bub? You're going Tennessee? No, he didn't know what Tally was going to pick. Joey Aguilar. Joey Aguilar. Uh, all right. They come out in what, 2 or 3 weeks? They come out the first weekend. Yeah, 2 weeks. Uh, all right. Yeah. I'm with Dylan. I think they're pretty close to being out right now, if not already. But I think if they lose this one, they're done. And that's why I'm USC. Nope. Lane Kiffin's at Ole Miss. That's Lincoln Riley. Pretty close. So who are you picking? Yeah, yeah, and they don't have this is their last big game. They have Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford left. So yeah, this will be yeah. Oh yeah. I still I still say they're getting beat this week, so it don't matter. Penn State. You're picking Notre Dame, Dylan? Yeah. Yeah. BYU. Yep. I still say B. I still say BYU beats them. Uh, they number 15 in the country. What you got, Rich? Yeah, they do. They do. All right. On on to the NFL. Yeah. Commanders. 2-4. Mhm. Yeah, I picked the Cardinals not knowing that Kyler wasn't playing. Well, he was a game time decision. He was a game time decision. Short quarterbacks. He needs to. He needs to be in a Dylan Gabriel. He, Kyler needs to be in a system to where they built that it's built for him. More like well, either that or I tell you where he would be, where he did his first year or two was with Kingsbury. If he was at Washington with Kingsbury, no, they ain't. Or uh, uh, yeah. It's Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift showed up, and they couldn't let the Chiefs get beat. Uh, Somebody getting paid in that game, though. I'm telling you, somebody getting paid that game. Yeah. 0. I didn't know it was that long, but I knew that they were talking about it. 0 penalties. Yeah, that's all right. Anderson beat Tally by 1 point. 5. Yeah. What do yeah. What do y'all think? You talking about the firing in the college football? Brian Callahan gets fired at Tennessee Titans, and he's only coached 23. He coached 23 games. Yeah, yeah. He was 4-19 in his 23 games. Kellen Moore, Kellen Moore. Okay. All right, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I go coach a high school somewhere and get paid $50,000 a year. I think Michael Vick's going to end up being the Virginia Tech coach. I think I think I think Franklin's going to end up at like Oregon State or UCLA. Get back guys. What Venables used to always have. All right, I got Jaguars too. Yeah, that's right. We got the Patriots. You got it. Well, then, do we know? Do we know anything about this? Whoever took over for the Titans? Man, they got the Cam Ward there. They got to have found somebody. Problem is, they ain't got nobody. Yeah. All right, what we got next? Yeah. Uh, Bijan's only averaging 96 yards a game. He's got uh no, that's total yards. 484. 5 yards a carry. 5.8 yards a carry. What you got, Bob? I got the Eagles. Dylan? Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going Giants. Yeah. I no, I actually they only had one win. That's they're 2-4. One of them was the Eagles. I think they're starting to click. That's why I'm picking them. I think they're starting to click Hey, you wanted him to give you more of a hard time. You're asking for it. Because that's the next game. That's the next game. I put the Cowboys in there because every time Rich gets off on a tangent about the Cowboys, we get another 1,000 likes. Yeah. I'm picking the 49ers. She got ET. Yes. I got to go all the way across the country. Last week, he gave me the picks before the show started. Falcons. I'm 49ers. Yeah. Bavado with the Ferrari is telling her to pick the red one instead of the blue one. I'm taking them. I got the Bucks. I think Baker's moxie right now is yeah. Yeah. I think if he right now they're saying It says similar to the USA Today that just came out says similar to last season, Allen finds himself in the MVP race with a former two-time winner. Only this season, it's none other than Patrick Mahomes who's chasing him. Mahomes is joined by Baker Mayfield as the top three. Those are the top three. What's crazy is go back to what you guys are saying. The last time a non-quarterback won the award was when? Yes. Yep. Adrian Peterson. Two, 2012. Actually, I did not know that until I read this story. So, but I knew that Adrian Peterson won the award. I just didn't know there hadn't been everybody since then as a quarterback. That's a long time. 2012. Facts. Wow. Well, they did, and it didn't help that what was it first quarter when he hit something, he ran the ball or did something and hit it, and it busted the scab. He said it busted the scab open on the thumb, and he had blood all over the back of his pants, all over his towel, everything. But I'm talking about the mental deal of after he got hit when he hit that guy's helmet. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we said. He hadn't figured out how to play quarterback until the damn OU Texas game, and then he finally figured out how to play quarterback. Is he? Is his last year of his contract? What? Do it now. The same agency. You get a running back in the second round. So trade Pickens for him. He's got the black hat and the black shirt. Yeah. Oh, this Florida sheriff, the one that went off on Don Lemon. He he went off on Don Lemon. Uh, hey, yeah, we got a couple of coaches on the high school show tomorrow, and we are working on a really special guest. And Dylan, you might want to go with me next Wednesday. So the Southtown 101 next Wednesday. Yeah, but you got better you got better things to do to hang out with us to hang out with us and Dimitri because Dimitri's coming back. Yeah. Yeah, we should hopefully have a special guest next Wednesday in studio. Yeah. All right, get us out of here, Rich. Yeah. No, that's a week from tomorrow. Yes, sir. All right.